Welcome to the Collaborative. I'm your host, Sydney Walker, along with Ryan Ballas. Today, we are joined by Lisa Salters. Salters is a sideline reporter for Monday Night Football, where she contributes to weekly telecasts, as well as the NFL wildcard and Pro Bowl games. She's also a sideline reporter for NBA games on ESPN and ABC, where she covers Saturday Primetime and NBA Sunday Showcase games. Welcome.
Thanks. Good to meet you guys.
First up, we have Sid's This or That Travel Edition. So first up, plane or road trip?
Plane or road?
Plane or road trip?
Which would I rather do, road or
Yes.
plane? Oh, plane.
Me too.
Yeah.
Hotel or Airbnb?
Hotel.
Uber or rental car?
Uber.
And last but not least, East Coast or West Coast?
That's tough. I've done both. I've lived both places. I'm going to say East Coast.
I'm right with you. Sorry to all the West Coasters out there.
Well, we'll definitely disagree on that one, Lisa.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean,
Yeah.
I love my Cali. I love the Pacific Northwest. That's a tough one, but I guess if you get home is where the heart is. I'm from the East Coast, so I'll pick East Coast.
Who was a role model for you in college that helped you discover your passion for journalism?
In college, I'd say by the time I got to college, I knew I wanted to pursue a career in journalism. There were many people who helped me. Obviously, takes a village, right? There were many people who helped me along the way. Once I got out of college, a reporter in Baltimore, Jane Miller, she was very instrumental in teaching me the ropes. Kind of like, players always say that, I was just doing a game with the Eagles and the Seahawks, and DK Metcalf with the Seahawks was telling me how last year when he was a rookie that, Russell Wilson took him under his wing and that, Tyler Lockett, other receivers just kind of showed him the ropes. And it makes it so much easier when veterans, no matter what your career is, whatever your industry is, when you have people who've been there for a while, who've been there, done that, who take an interest in you and kind of see potential in you and kind of show you the way. It always makes it that much easier. So for me, it was people like Jane Miller. When I got to ESPN, it was Susie Kolber. Like, we're around the same age, but she had been doing sports much longer than I had. Pam Oliver. So I've had some great role models along the way.
So you've covered some hard-hitting news stories at ABC, most notably the O.J. Simpson trial. What stood out to you as you made the transition from news to sports?
How similar it is that, I kind of resisted sports for a while because I thought it was just, you're going to be hits, runs, and errors. And it turns out that that's not at all SportsCenter does that. They put the highlights of the games on. But that's not what, reporters do. Reporters report on people, and the people who do sports, who are in sports, and the people who are involved in politics, economics, local government, they're all the same. We all have the same, they all have the same issues. They all have the same wants and desires. They all have the same Achilles heels. They all have the same kryptonites. So that's what I found, is that there is no difference in being a journalist in the realm of sports, or being a journalist in any other medium.
I think that's really a unique way of putting that. So thank you.
Lisa, you've been with the Monday Night Football crew for quite some time now. What does your preparation look like leading up to those marquee matchups?
It's a lot. I liken the Monday night season, the football season in general, as like a runaway freight train. Like there is no time to kind of, you're either on board or you're not, or you're getting left behind. So, starting from week one, once it starts, it's kind of like players when they talk about their games. There's no time to think about what you did in the last game, or like, oh, I had a great game. There's no time to like ride on that, or be all excited about that, because the next game is just right away. Like, I just got back from the game. We had a game last night. I just got back home this morning. Tuesday is kind of my like chill day. I don't do anything sports related today. I'm just a mom today, and just me. Tomorrow, though, it all starts again in getting prepared for the Bills and the 49ers, which now is not going to be in Santa Clara. It's going to be in Glendale, Arizona. So tomorrow I'll start prep on both teams. It'll be about 25 pages of research on both teams. Deep dive into that. It's like studying for an exam every week, and it's not like failing the exam. It is an option, right? So it's like you have to get an A on every exam. So that's what the week is like for me. It begins on Wednesday, goes till Monday night. Tuesday, this is my day to kind of just take a breath and get groceries done and get the house taken care of and that kind of thing.
I read an interview you did with the Washington Post regarding your interview with Kareem Hunt. You were hanging out with your son and received a call that you needed to be in Kansas City to interview him the next day. What were your thoughts going through your head as, one, you had to leave your son, and two, prepare for a big interview on such short notice?
That was stressful. And like you said, for a couple of reasons. It was stressful because my son and I were both looking forward to this time that we're going to have, because on the weekends during the fall, I'm not home. He's with his grandparents, but it was an Eagles game. So it was one of those rare weekends where I got to be with him. And we were going to Dave & Buster's. He was going to hang out with me at the hotel in Rittenhouse Square and order room service. There's a pool at the hotel. We were going to do all that, and we had talked about it all week. So we were at Dave & Buster's when we got the phone. I got the phone call, and so one, it was trying to make it okay for him, and then once I got him back to his grandparents and started heading to the airport, it was okay. This is a big deal. Now I've got to focus on something that I was not focused on at all, heading into the day or into the evening. The call came about 5:30 at night. I was on an 8 o'clock flight to Kansas City. So it was a lot of, and I knew a lot of people, it was going to be highly critiqued. I knew that it was going to be the talk of Sunday. I knew that it was a big deal. And, when you get moments like that, you just have to step up to the plate and have like Peyton Manning told me before my first Monday Night Football game that I did. I told him that I was nervous and that, and he was like, trust your preparation. He's like, all right, do you work hard? Do you prepare? Yeah. He's like, then trust that. You'll be fine. So, that's what you do.
It was a very well done interview, so I applaud you for that.
Oh, thank you.
And hopefully your son has had many more Dave & Buster's
Oh
trips.
yeah. Not in COVID times. We're just waiting for things to get back so that we can get back to Dave & Buster's. But yeah, I've made it up to him, I think.
Lisa, if you could go back in time, is there anything that you would change about your journey?
I probably would have transitioned to sports earlier, or I would have just gone to sports right out of college. I've just, I'm having a blast. I feel like sports loves me. I love sports. It should have been a natural marriage, but it was just nothing that I even considered when I was coming out of school back then. It was all about hard news and getting to the network before you're 30 and all that. That's another thing that I'm kind of proud of, that, me, Susie Colbert, Pam Oliver, Tracy Wolfson, Michelle Tafoya, we've kind of made it cool for women to be in sports, and they can see people who look like them being contributors, and hopefully that some little girl out there sees that and says, I can do that too.
This has been the year of first for many women in the industry. How would you not only advise the next group of women coming up, but also men who want to be an ally?
To be yourself, to don't take any shortcuts, to do the work, be prepared to put in the work. Right or wrong, fair or not, you're going to have to prove that you're good enough. That's just the way it is. So prove it. You're good enough, prove it.
That's great advice. Thank you so much.
Lisa, thank you so very much. It's been an absolute pleasure and an honor to have you on the collaborative with us. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure, my privilege.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to spend it with us. We really enjoyed having you.
All right, thank you. Have a great holiday, guys.